Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Stats. I'm your host, Terry Edelmann, at TE Picks over on X, and of course, expert handicapper at Picks and Parlays, here ready to break down the Thursday slate. I know everyone's excited. Well, not everyone. There's definitely people that aren't a fan of baseball, but a lot of bettors today are happy with the fact that Major League Baseball is back. But you can't forget about hockey, because we have a beautiful NHL slate to go over today. Much better than yesterday's slate. But before we get to recapping yesterday's slate, which will be really quick, I want to mention 2 more days left on the hottest hand in hockey deal for the rest of my NHL season for $259 over on Picks and Parlays. 2 more days left to get in on that special. Thanks to everyone that has already jumped on board. But looking at yesterday's recap, Josh Norris over half a point, minus 110, unfortunately lost. His point streak against the Bruins came to an end. The Buffalo Sabres didn't play their best game here. And this one went down, came back, 2 quick goals, took a 3-2 lead, but allowed Boston to tie it late, and then Boston won in overtime. So a rough game here for me. I did have Buffalo in regulation here in this one. I had a feeling once it went to overtime they were going to lose, because if you look at the Sabres, I believe it's like 27 of their last 28 wins have been in regulation. So once it goes to overtime, they seem to struggle as of late. So that was yesterday's slate, but we're going to move on to today. And like I said, we've got a bunch of great games to talk about today. Yo, Terry, going to the Blues game tonight. What bet do you like for that game? I'm actually breaking down that game. It's actually one of the single games I'm going to break down, so we'll get to it a little bit later on in the slate. My team, Kraken, getting a puck line today. You're betting against them, or you're betting for them, plus 1.5. We'll talk about that game as well. I really like that game as well. So we'll get to it a little bit later on in the slate, but we're going to get started here right away because we've got, I think, 13 games on the slate today. So as normal, breaking down a majority of them. I think there's 4 or 5 that I'll be breaking down in the rest of the games on the slate segment at the end of the show. Oops. But we'll get love it. Thank you. Hey, no worries. Get to the first game. I'm betting against the team, even though they are my team. Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I, of course, never really used to bet against the Wild too much. But earlier this year, when they were in their bad funk, I definitely bet against them. And then I did try to bet against them against Dallas the other night, but that didn't go too well. But that's in the past. Looking this one here, Columbus Blue Jackets, Montreal Canadiens. Columbus plus 100, road dogs. Montreal minus 120, home favorites. And a total of 6.5 here in our first game. And this is probably going to be a really great game to watch. Jack Reeves confirmed for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Jakub Dobish likely for the Montreal Canadiens here in this one. I don't want to bet against either of these teams right now. I'm kind of looking to bet on both of these teams. The Columbus Blue Jackets continue to be one of the hottest teams in the NHL, out of a playoff spot, but now have themselves in second in the Metro. Let me make sure, because of course the standings change. Yes, still second in the Metro, 87 points now. But the Islanders on the outside of the playoffs have 85, 2 points behind. So we have an incredibly close race. And then the Montreal Canadiens, they're third in the Atlantic, but they have 88 points. So they could still fall out of it as well. The Eastern playoff race, really Carolina and Buffalo are the two, and the Tampa Bay are the two teams that really have the kind of a lead there, but all the other teams, their playoff spots are definitely not secure. So both of these two teams coming into this one, The home team is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings, 3 consecutive over 6.5. So we've got high scoring games between these two, and 2 of the last 3 have gone to overtime. It would not shock me at all to see this game go to overtime. I think this is one of the good spots here on the slate for a draw. Both of these teams want points badly. And when you look at it in the situation that they are right now, with Montreal kind of in the top 3 and Columbus in the top 3, I don't think it's as much of a big of a deal if the other team here gets a point. I think it's just incredibly important for both of these teams to at least get a point here in this game. So if both teams come and play similar with a similar level of play, and this is a close game, then I could definitely see a draw here. But looking at my play here for this game, and people are probably thinking, oh, this Terry guy's not going to talk about this Cole Caulfield guy again, is he? Yes, I am going to. Give me Cole Caulfield anytime goal. Plus 145 here in this game. Plus 145. If you're going to give me around plus 150 for Cole Caulfield to score, I'm going to take it on a nightly basis right now. Of course, I'm a streaks bettor. We ride streaks around here. Well, Caulfield leads the Canadiens in goals and shots on goal. He scored in 5 of his last 6 games and in 10 of his last 12 at home. Caulfield loves to play at home, loves to play in general right now. When it comes to scoring goals, he just has a very, very hot stick. Plus 145. Absolutely had to make my card here with Mr. Goal Caulfield, anytime goal. Point streaks to talk about. Caulfield, Slafkovsky, and Suzuki. If you wanted to parlay the 3 together, you could do that. They're all on point streaks heading into this game. For the Blue Jackets, Adam Fantilli and Werenski have been the 2 hottest Blue Jackets. Again, I would parlay their points together, odds-wise. If you don't want to bet Caulfield, if you want to bet somebody else for a goal scorer, Juraj Slafkovsky enters this game having scored in 3 games in a row. That top line for Montreal really producing right now. Slafkovsky is plus 190. Matthew Olivier scored in 3 of his last 5, scoring in his last game, plus 510. He continues to have value. And assist streaks with value, both Slafkovsky and Cole Caulfield both have assists in 4 of their last 5 games, both plus 110. So good value for both guys for an assist. Because both guys are scoring, both guys are assisting. That top line for Montreal is just on one right now. They are on a heater. So we'll continue to back them here against the Blue Jackets. Let's see here. Good morning, Terry. Hey, Brian. How's it going? Nice to see you. Kent Johnson out tonight. Miles Wood in for Columbus. All right. Awesome. Thanks, Timothy. I'm sure as a Blue Jackets fan, you will agree with me. You want a point, at least one. Points for the Blue Jackets. Mr. Thursday, yeah, basically, yeah. Of course, for people that are wondering, what is he talking about? People call Cole Caulfield Mr. Saturday Night because of his goal-scoring prowess on Saturday nights, but as he's shown, it doesn't just have to be Saturday. As long as the day ends in Y, he's got a good chance to score. Columbus 19-3-4 since bonus. Yeah, complete change. And it's even with the Olympic break, the long Olympic break, it kept going afterwards, which is huge for the Jackets. The Habs 11-4-1 at home since January 1st. Yeah, if someone asked me to pick a team here, I would say Montreal because the home team has won 4 of the last 5 meetings, but I could easily see Columbus winning this game. I'm liking over 6.5. Both last few games over 3. Last 3 meetings over 6.5. Yeah, I could see it. I could see goals here. Of course, I'm hoping for goals, being on a prop. Columbus points in 13 of last 14. Exactly. Why the draw could be a good look. Finding ways to get that point. that I keep talking about. Cole assists has been nice too. 5 in the last. Yeah. That top line is just hot in general. So that's why if you don't want to go Caulfield goal, you could parlay Suzuki, Slafkovsky, and Cole point together. Obviously, you can go Caulfield assist. There's so much you could do with that top line right now. Habs money line and over 6.5. Can't talk you off it. Good day, Terry. Yesterday, Caulfield anytime goal. Yes, sir. Goal Caulfield, Mr. Worldwide, is the best pure goal scorer in the NHL. Kaprizov is second best. He's hot right now. Yes. Yesterday. All right. Stay away. Caulfield 0 goals in 20 games against Columbus. JD's laughing because he told everybody to stay away from Caulfield against Carolina. And we saw what happened. Caulfield scored pretty early on in the game. Call Saul. Nice to see you, Call Saul. How's it going? Hope all is well. But jumping into our next game, we've got the Dallas Stars and the New York Islanders. Dallas minus 125, road favorites. The Islanders plus 105 home dogs, and a total of 5.5 here in this one. Looking at previous games between these two teams, Dallas 5-1-2 in the last 7, and 5 of the last 6 have gone under 5.5. So usually we get some lower scoring games here between these two teams. But looking at these two teams, both teams have been more of an under team in recent years, especially this Islanders team. The Islanders come into this game having gone over 6.5 in 2 of their last 3. 7-3 loss to Montreal, 1-0 win against Columbus, then a 4-3 loss to Chicago. And Dallas is kind of up and down with the total right now. Both of these teams come into this game having struggled recently. Dallas has lost 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5, and the Islanders have lost 3 of their last 4. So both of these two teams really want to get back on track, but probably this Islanders team really wants to get back on track. Tied with the Ottawa Senators with 85 points, but the Islanders on the outside looking in this very close playoff race. So I can see a close game here. This is another game where would it shock me to see overtime. Both teams are kind of playing similar hockey right now, and that's losing games. But 3 of the last 4 games for the Islanders have been 1-goal games, and 3 of the last 4 games for the Stars have been 1-goal games. So I could see a draw here in this one. But taking a look at player props, and people are going to be thinking, okay, we just cashed with Wyatt Johnston. Terry's going to be on Wyatt Johnston again. And I'm not. We're going with Jason Robertson, anytime goal plus 135. But before I get to Robertson, I would not blame anybody for taking Wyatt Johnston here. Because of the under history between these two teams, I'm not going to take 2 goal scoring props here in this one. I kind of decided that right off the bat. So I'm looking at Johnston. I'm looking at Robertson. Johnston has not had success against the Islanders. And by not have success, I mean he's faced them 7 times and has not scored against them. But Jason Robertson on the other side, he's coming into this game. He has scored in 3 of his last 4 games, so he's red hot right now. Actually had 10 shots on goal in the last game against New Jersey. Wow. So Robertson is on a heater right now, and he has had success against the Islanders. He scored in 5 of his last 7 games against the Islanders. 3 goals in his last trip to New York, 2 goals in the most recent meeting. He has scored in 3 games in a row in New York. So he's had success here on Long Island against the Islanders, scored in 3 of his last 4 games. So we'll stay off Johnston and we'll take Robertson here just because of the heavy pass history. That being said, Johnston likely scores tonight, but that's okay. So if you want to take Johnston, he's on a heater right now. He could definitely end that goalless drought against the Islanders here tonight. But let's go and take a look at other players on streaks here in this game. Anders Lee has a point 3 games in a row, plus 120. He's got some value. Goal streaks, Johnston and Robertson. That's basically about it. Matt Duchene has a power play point, 3 games in a row, plus 260. So he obviously does have a point as well in 3 games in a row. And he has an assist in 3 games in a row, plus 126 here entering this game. And then goalies. I almost forgot, but I did it. Jake Ottinger and Ilya Sorokin, both starting goalies confirmed here. Jake Ottinger off a really rough game, gave up 4 goals and 8 shots, and didn't start in the second period. So he's looking to bounce back for sure after his most recent game. Good morning and good luck to everyone today. Thanks for the insight, Terry. Hey, no problem. Thanks for watching, Mixter. Appreciate it. Dang, that's wild. Yes. 2 goals plus 950. Would not talk you off it. Caulfield, Sapkowski, Suzuki point parlay plus 110. I love it. Captain Bry, of course. I love it. Jimmy McGill. Yes, Jimmy McGill. What did I miss? What the goal scorers you said? Cole Caulfield in the first game, and this is the second game. We're going with Robertson, plus 135. Gulletson, usually the way to get out of these is to play a real stingy road game. So we're going to have to find one of those quickly. Oh, Islanders team total under 2.5. Yeah, it all depends on if Ottinger can come out here and play well. If he can, then yeah, I can see it going under for sure. What's up, Terry? Hey, Lightbearer. How's it going? Nice to see you. Slippin' Jimmy. No play for me, but Isles plus 1.5 for plus money has value. No, it's minus 250 for the plus 1.5. Minus 250. Hope Brampton is back because he might score or assist. Yeah, I believe he's coming back. He may be back for this game. That's something to keep in mind. Yeah. Oh, no, until after this game. Yes, because of after this game because of what happened previously. Robo or wide, yeah, I can't go. Yeah, I agree, JSF. Out players on the Stars active roster, Robertson has 5 goals in 9 games. 5 of the 9 goals, Dallas has scored against Sorokin. Okay, so someone that can deal with Sorokin. Sup? Hey, Aquarium, teach me the ways. Yes, sir. That's a stat. There we go. First period, under 2.5, Schaefer point, plus 133. I don't hate it. Schaefer has been on a point streak as well. He has points in 4 or 5, minus 137. So, yeah, that's something I would use. And 8 of 10. So, yeah, he's been consistent. So, definitely a good parlay piece there, Lando. But we'll jump on along to our next game, the Minnesota Wild and the Florida Panthers. The Wild, minus 160 road favorites. Florida, plus 135 home dogs. Total of 6 here in this one. And if you like fights, if you like physical play, I think this may be the game for you. Marcus Foligno, returning to the Wild lineup, will be playing his first game of his career with his brother on the same line for the 4th line for the Wild with Yakov Trenin as well. That 4th line is not going to be fun to play against. I would watch out for Marcus Foligno. I think he comes out here incredibly juiced up. The fact that he's finally having his brother on his same team, gets to play with him in the first game. Would not shock me at all to see Marcus Foligno score. Now, he's obviously not a guy that's been on a goal streak, but plus 850 for him. I think he could definitely score here in this game, but I think probably the more likely is he's going to be very noticeable physically on the ice here in this game. So looking at previous games here, the road team has won the last 4 games between these two teams. 3 overs and 1 push for a total of 6. So higher scoring games between these two teams in the past. And looking at goalies here, Jesper Wallstedt starting for the Wild, Danil Tarasov starting for the Florida Panthers here in this one. Tarasov has not been great recently. 1-3 with a 4.03 goals against average and an .862 save percentage in his last 4 starts. Wallstedt has not had as much success nearly as he did earlier on in the season as well. When I look at this one, I do think the Wild win this game, but there's no value with them at -160. Maybe you want to use their money line as a parlay piece if you want to back the Wild here in this game, but one of the players that I would look at here is Vladimir Tarasenko, who's absolutely red hot for the Wild right now. Goals in 4 of his last 5 games. He's plus 310 here to score in this game. Now, when looking at his shots and goal, only 1 against Tampa Bay in his last game. Yeah, it did go in. The previous 3 games, 2 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots. Not shooting the puck a lot. So ultimately, that's going to keep me off his prop here just because it is a big slate with a bunch of games. So, but Tarasenko, if I was betting a prop here, it would be Tarasenko, anytime goal here in this game. But we'll go to the chat here. What's the elbow room? Question mark. Wild team total over 3.5 plus 120, and Wild money line is a parlay piece. There you go. And pass. Yeah, ultimately that's what I'm doing as well. Ultimately. I have a feeling we will see some of the Wild players playing guilty after hanging out with Chucky at the elbow room last night. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, it happens. Things happen. I don't really not that I don't care, but I don't know. I don't really think that affects the game overall today, but hey, we'll see. But on to our next game, the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Ottawa Senators. This game is extremely interesting. I had to put this game as a single game to break down on the slate. Pittsburgh plus 125, road dogs. Ottawa minus 150, home favorites. Total 6 here in this one. Looking at goalies here, Stuart Skinner confirmed for Pittsburgh. Linus Ullmark confirmed for the Ottawa Senators. And the Senators, they've won 8 of their last 10. They've won 4 games in a row, despite being ravished by injuries on the defense. They've still continued to win. Now, in that last wildcard spot with 85 points, they've won 4 games in a row. Eventually, not having all these defensemen is going to they're going to run into a game where it's going to affect them. Is it this one? Is it this game here? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's this one here. Looking at previous games between these two teams, Ottawa 8-0-1 in the last 9 meetings between these two teams. 6 consecutive under 5.5 between these two teams. Looking at the games in Ottawa, Ottawa has won 8 of the last 9 between these two teams in Ottawa. Complete domination. However, the important thing here is 4 of the last 5 between these two teams in Ottawa have gone to overtime. So this has been a heavy draw history between these two teams overall, and especially in Ottawa. So I was looking to bet Ottawa in regulation. Minus 150 is out of my range. So I was looking to bet Ottawa in regulation, but I can't do that with a really heavy draw history between these two teams. Pittsburgh is a team that's also currently in a playoff spot right now. 3rd in the Metro, 1 point ahead of this Ottawa Senators team. So again, we're in a situation here where both of these two teams want points badly. Really heavy draw history. And with all the injuries Ottawa has, if I could get them here at minus 125, minus 130, I would be on Ottawa in this game. But at minus 150, I'm going to stay off here in this game. I can't take them in regulation in this spot. But they've absolutely dominated Pittsburgh. And despite all these defensive injuries, they're continuing to find ways to win games. Guys on streaks here. Brian Rust, Ricard Raquel, Sidney Crosby. Kind of the same deal with the Montreal game. those guys all minus 155 for Rust, minus 150 Raquel, minus 200 for Crosby for a point. I would parlay them together. If you wanted to back Pittsburgh props, and as well, Igor Chinnikov points in 4, 5, 8 of 10, plus 105 for him to get a point here. Definitely value with Chinnikov, who has also scored in 3 games in a row, plus 285. Great trade there with Columbus getting Chinnikov for the Penguins. And then assist streaks. Crosby and Rust, both for their last 5 games, plus 123 for Rust, minus 110 for Sidney Crosby to get an assist here in this one. I'm ready for Vinny Hinostroza to score because, hey. If it happens, oh well. I have way too many plays in this game. Okay, interesting. Sends team total over 3.5, plus 108. Not bad. Not a bad look. Not a bad look. Playing guilty means drinking, not because they were hanging. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, hey, they probably shouldn't be drinking so much when they're in the little funk they're in, but hey, we'll see what happens. Crosby, Rust, point parlay, plus 100. Chinnikov, plus 102. There you go. I like it. Skinner, over 24.5 saves. Okay, yeah, I could see Ottawa shooting a lot, obviously. Spence assist in 4 of his last 6 games and a 5-0 streak against Pittsburgh. Wow. Plus 175. All right, I like it. Terry, right? I like it. But we will continue on along with our next game, which is the Seattle Kraken and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Seattle, plus 235, road dogs. Tampa Bay, minus 290, home favorites. And a total 6 here in this one. Looking at previous games between these two teams, it's very one-sided. Tampa Bay, 8-0-1 all-time against the Kraken. So 8 wins, 1 overtime loss. Previous games have been high-scoring, 3 overs, 1 under, 1 game finished with 6 goals in the last 5. And Tampa Bay has scored at least 4 goals in 7 of the 9 games they've faced against Seattle. So when I look at this one here, Tampa Bay, I think they win this game. Obviously, minus 290 favorites. It's hard to back them here unless you want to take them on the puck line, which is at minus 115, not even plus money. The team total over 3.5. I was going to say I'm not going to even look, but I will look just to see what it's looking like. But obviously, it's cashed a lot against this Seattle Kraken team. Bear with me for a second. Let's see here. I'm guessing it's not going to be in my range. Let's see. Minus 160. Yeah, of course. I was hoping maybe because there's a total 6, maybe we'd get a little bit of value, but no. Minus 160 for Tampa at a team total over 3.5. Would have to be a parlay piece here. I think they score 4 goals. I do. This Tampa Bay Lightning team is starting to heat up after a bit of a cold stretch. And how are they heating up? Offensively. In their last 5 games, which included a 6-2 win against Seattle, 6-2 win, 6-2 win, 5-2 win, 4-3 overtime loss, and then a 6-3 win against the Wild in their last game. So Tampa is scoring a bunch of goals right now, but they're also giving up some goals. Seattle's lost 4 games in a row. If this team wants to make the playoffs, they got to start getting some points here, especially with how hot Nashville is right now. So the Kraken giving up 6, 3, 5, 5. Kraken are giving up a lot of goals as well right now. For me here in this one, give me Brandon Hagel anytime goal, plus 180 here in this game for the Lightning. He scored a goal in 3 of his last 5 games. He's second on the team in goals and second on the team in shots on goal, but doesn't get talked about because Nikita Kucherov exists. And Kucherov leads the Tampa Bay in everything by a big margin. So Brandon Hagel gets a little bit underlooked here. But as I said, he scored in 3 of his last 5 games, and he scored in 5 of his last 6 against the Kraken. Hagel's had success against the Kraken and did have 2 goals in one of those games as well. So a multi-goal game. With the amount of goals Tampa's scoring right now, the goals that Seattle's giving up, give me Hagel. Plus 180 here, anytime goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's see here if there are any other goals streaks to talk about. Jordan Eberle, 0.3 of his last 5, minus 105 for a point. Hagel, obviously, on the goal streak. There's 5 other guys that have scored in 3 of their last 5 games. So other goal scorers to look at besides Brandon Hagel: Nikita Kucherov, Bobby McMahon, Jake Gensel, Anthony Cirelli, and Darren Radish. Pontus Holberg has also scored in back-to-back games for Tampa Bay as well. So, as you can expect, a lot of guys on some streaks right now with both teams involved in very high-scoring games as of late. Brandon Hagel assists, 4 of his last 5 games with an assist as well, minus 102, if you don't want to take him for a goal. Brandon Montour and Gage Goncalves both have assists in 3 of their last 5, plus 244 for Goncalves, plus 255 for Brandon Montour here in this game. And boy, okay, the chat seems to like this game. Let's see here. Bear with me for a second. Let's see. Okay. Going back. Hold on. Got to go back a little bit more. Terry, I'm sorry to interrupt. What show do we listen for your baseball? Baseball show I did last night because odds are out early. So you can go and watch that. Prop hitters on whatever YouTube channel you're watching this on. Picks and parlays, winners and whiners, or Terry Edelmann picks. Prop hitters for today's slate is already done. Kucherov, Hagel, Cirelli, point parlay, plus 139. The last game, the top line dominated. Yeah, I could see it again. Kucherov, 2+ points is plus money. Not very often you get that. I like it. Penguins team total over 26.5. All right. Tampa should cover minus 1.5 with ease. Should, but they don't necessarily need to go crazy. Obviously, they want to win this game, but I've got Lightning, Blues, Kings moneyline parlay, plus 266. All right, I like it. Hagel goal, I like it. Call Saul, are you sure you are not talking about 2 assists for Kucherov? That's more likely. That is more likely. Let's see. Yeah, my bad, 2 assists. All right, perfect. Hagel has 7 goals, 15 points in 8 games versus Seattle. He has 6 consecutive multi-point games against the Kraken and has points in 4 of his last 5 games, all 2+ points, plus 215, over 1.5 points. I love to see it. I love to see it. Let's go down here. Bear with me for a second. So is McDavid. All right. Supness. Hey, Lex. How's it going? Nice to see you. Tampa team total over 4.5 is plus 150. You could go that way. They've had a lot of success against this Kraken team, and the Kraken are giving up goals. Tampa's scoring goals right now. $5 fine, US dollars. Yeah, there you go. According to plays for me, the same you would bet for a 2+ goal scorer like Caulfield. Yeah, smaller sprinkles. Yeah, that's good. Wild, Capitals, Predators. Interesting. Okay. Predators, yeah, they do play. I was going to say they don't play today, but they do. Just haven't got to them yet. And actually, we're going to get to them right now. New Jersey Devils and the Nashville Predators. Devils, minus 105. Road Dogs. Nashville, minus 115. Home favorites. And a total of 6 here in this one. Justice Annunen likely for the Nashville Predators, and Jacob Markstrom unconfirmed for the New Jersey Devils. UC Saros was out with an injury last week. Annunen came in and has played pretty well in recent games. So the Predators giving him a start here. Looking at this game here, both of these teams are playing winning hockey right now. Somebody forgot to tell the New Jersey Devils that they're out of it. because they have been scoring goals. And maybe they're just having fun now that they're out of it. But looking at their last 5, and even if you go back further than that, but their last 5 games, 6-4 win against Dallas, 2-1 loss against Washington, 6-3 win, 4-3 win, 6-4 win. Before that, 5-4, 3-0 losses, and then 6-3 win, 4-3 win, 5-1 win. The New Jersey Devils are scoring a lot of goals right now. On the other side here, the Nashville Predators got themselves into a wild card spot now. They've won 5 games in a row, and they've scored 4, 3, 4, 3, and 6 during that stretch. So scoring enough goals to win. Some of their games are lower scoring, so Nashville's more of an under team right now. The Devils are an over team. Definitely an over team right now. Looking at previous games between these two teams, the Devils 4-0-1 in the last 5 meetings. But before that, the Predators had won 8 in a row. So they'd absolutely dominated the Devils. 3 of the last 4 going under 5.5. 2 of the last 4 games going to overtime. I would stay away from the under. I don't know if I can get to the over either. The Predators, again, are not a team that's necessarily giving up a ton of goals on most nights. Now, they did give up 3 in their last game, a 6-3 win against San Jose. But yeah, I definitely can't take the under with this Devils team right now. But I do think this is going to be a good props game. So up first, Jesper Bratt, anytime goal plus 270. I have to take Bratt here in this game. He has scored in 4 games in a row for the New Jersey Devils and 3 games in a row on the road. He scored in the first game between these two teams earlier this year. Of course, on the top power play unit, on the second line with Jack Hughes, a guy on a 4-game goal streak, almost plus 300 for the amount of minutes he gets. There's just incredible value with Bratt on the streak that he's on currently. And yes, we are going back to Philip Forsberg. Anytime goal plus 160 here in this one. Forsberg also scored in the first game between these two teams earlier this year, and he has scored in 4 of his last 5 games. He leads Nashville in shots on goal, second in goals scored, and he scored in 7 of his last 8 home games, 2 of his last 3 games against the Devils. Absolutely red hot right now, so we'll take him. Philip Forsberg, anytime goal. And then, of course, Jesper Bratt, anytime goal as well. Looking at other players on streaks here in this game, because there are other players for sure in this one. Connor Brown for the Devils has a point in 4 of his last 5, 7 of his last 10. He's minus 111 for a point. Jonathan Marchessault has a point in 4 of his last 5 games, minus 106. He definitely has value. Timo Meier, Connor Brown, and Jack Hughes have all scored in 3 of their last 5 games. Plus 235 for Meier, plus 330 for Brown, plus 145 for Jack Hughes. And Steven Stamkos has scored in 3 games in a row for the Predators, plus 190 heading into this game. Then assist streaks, Philip Forsberg also has an assist in 5 games in a row, plus 120. Marchessault has an assist in 4 of his last 5, plus 167. And then there's about 7 guys that have an assist in 3 of their last 5 games. I'm not going to name them all out. But the same guys we were basically talking about for points. A lot of guys on point streaks here in this game. But let's go to chat here. Let's see here. Bear with me. Canadians should win. Yeah, I think that'll be a close one. And I agree they probably do win, but I can't bet against the Columbus Blue Jackets right now. I won't do it. I won't do it. Preds over 6, minus 117. I could see it, Robert. I could see it. Greaves is good, but you like Dobish home revenge. All right, I can see it. Marchessault assist, plus 165. Definitely good value there. New Jersey, 3rd game in 8 days. Preds 5th and 8. Wow. Okay, so the Devils definitely the fresher team and definitely having scoring success scoring right now. Forsberg anytime goal plus 160, Bratt plus 180. I like it, but Bratt anytime goal. I wish you could get better odds than that, Captain Bry. But hey, to each his own. Not so cute mustache anytime goal plus 180. There we go. Saros did start the last two games. Annunen 0-3-1 with a goal against average 4.56 versus New Jersey. Yeah. So Annan's been better lately, but doesn't have great numbers against the Preds, which is good because I'm not on Nashville in this game. I kind of wanted to bet Nashville in this game, but obviously minus 115 home favorites. But yeah, the way the Devils are playing right now, I think this would be another good draw spot. 2 of the last 4 have gone to overtime. I could see these two teams going to overtime for sure with how both teams are playing. Hughes over 1.5 points, not a bad look. Devils game, Habs game, Ducks team, all teams to score 2 goals. All right. Jack Hughes is crushing it. Yeah, he is. He's really good right now. So far, I have all 5 of your anytime goal picks from my research I did last night. There we go. Love to hear it. Love to hear we're on the same page. I have Forsberg in a few point parlays. He's a good bet tonight. Yeah, he's been great. Oh, plus 280. Okay, there we go, Captain Brian. There we go. I was going to say only plus 180. That's not good. But up next, we've got 2 more games left, and then the rest of the games on the slate segment, breaking down the rest of the games. The Sharks plus 120 road dogs, St. Louis minus 140 home favorites, and a total 6 here. In this one, St. Louis 3-0-1 in the last 4 games between these two teams. 4 of the last 6 going under 5.5, and 4 of the last 5 going to overtime. A lot of draws between these two teams. So, again, this could be another game. I'm not on any draws tonight, but I probably should be with how many spots there are for possible draws on tonight's slate. This is definitely one of them. Looking at this game here, the San Jose Sharks, I'm pretty much ready to write off my Sharks to make the playoffs bet that I placed there during the Olympic break. 5 losses in a row, 7-4, 5-3, 5-0, 4-1, 6-3. The Sharks team is dead, unfortunately. But they have a very Sharks fans, you have a very, very bright future. This team is going to be very, very good for a long time. So don't be too upset about this year. But yeah, the Sharks look like a team that's just, they're out of it now. The Blues on the other side won back-to-back games, 3-1, 3-0. The Blues have been playing pretty well. They've had success against the San Jose Sharks, but they're minus 140, which is out of my range. And if you think I'm taking the Blues in regulation, absolutely not. So if I was looking to, if somebody wanted to bet the side here in this game, I would use the Blues money line as a parlay piece with something else. That is the best way to go here with a heavy draw history between these two teams. Point-wise, Jordan Kyrou has a point in 3 of his last 5 games, minus 115, and has points in 4 of his last 5 against the Sharks. He's had some success against San Jose. And that's basically it here. Let me see here. Goal streaks, not a lot. Kyrou scored a back-to-back games. Assist streaks, not much either. Not a lot of players on streaks here in this game. I could see this being a lower scoring game, but taking under with the Sharks is not something I want to do right now. So ultimately a pass, but I think St. Louis does win in the end. Let's see here. Let's see here. Going up. Hamilton has 3 goals in 3 games versus Annunen, plus 500. Okay. Great value. My fingers and this keyboard ain't working too good today. Hey, no worries, Captain Bry. Celebrini's plus 140 anytime goal. I like that for him, even though he's been held in check lately. Yeah, He's going to break out eventually. He will. Sharks Blues under 6.5, minus 122 for okay. I thought this game would open up at 5.5. Sprinkle Blues puck line plus 180. Ooh, for once, me and Captain Brian disagree with the Blues puck line. But yeah, okay, there's draw history between these two teams, but with the form that the Sharks are in right now, I could see the Blues winning this by margin. So Sherwood anytime goal plus 370. He scored at least one goal in each of his last 4 games against the Blues. All right, I like it. Also, Smith is plus 125 for over 2.5 shots a goal. He's had 3, 5, 6 in his last 3 games. All right, I like it. Jordan plus Blues money line. Drawing card to a point, Blues money line. You could do that. Terry missed the most important part at Captain Brian. Laughing. All right. Did I miss something? Sorry, I'm having to skip through some of the comments in the chat today, which is rare. We don't usually have issues, but a little bit of issues today. So, I've had to skip a little bit, but it's all good. But last game before we get to the rest of the games on the slate segment, the Anaheim Ducks and the Calgary Flames. Anaheim, minus 140 road favorites. The Flames, plus 120 home dogs, a total 6.5 here. In this one, Anaheim has won 3 games in a row between these two teams, all 3 games going to overtime. 4 of the last 6 going under 5.5. So some lower scoring games here between these two teams. When I look at this one here, the Ducks have won 4 of their last 5 games, and they're scoring some goals. 4-3. The loss was a 3-2 overtime loss. 4-1 win against Utah. 6-5 overtime win against Buffalo. And after beating the Red Hot Sabres, you think facing the Vancouver Canucks, a Canucks team that's dominated the Ducks, that might have been a letdown spot, but no. Found a way to beat the Canucks, which might not sound like a big deal for most teams this year, but for the Ducks team, beating Vancouver is definitely a big deal. 5-3 win there. So they've been playing well, but the Flames have won 4 games in a row, and they're playing very well at home. 20, 12, and 4 at home. 2-1 shootout win against St. Louis. 4-1 win against Florida. 4-3 overtime win against Tampa Bay. 3-2 shootout win against the Kings. I should be on the draw here. Both teams going to overtime in recent games. 3 consecutive overtime games between these two teams. This is yet another spot where I could see a draw on tonight's slate. Looking at players with value here in this game. Matt Coronado has a point 4 of his last 5 games, plus 102. Matt Fay-Gridden has a point 4 of his last 5, 7 of his last 10. Plus 123. Victor Olofsson has a point 3 games in a row for Calgary, plus 145. Beckett Seneca, 3 games in a row for the Ducks, minus 110. Mikael Granlund, 3 games in a row, plus 113 for the Ducks. And Ryan Strome, back-to-back 3 of his last 5 games, plus 155 for the Flames, facing his former team as well here. Goal streaks. Cutter Gauthier, 3 of 5, plus 160. Troy Terry, back-to-back games, 3 of his last 5, plus 245. Mikael Granlund, 3 games in a row with a goal, plus 340. And Morgan Frost, 3 of his last 5 games, plus 360. Matt Fay-Gridden assist, 4 of his last 5 games, plus 240. And then Chris Kreider, Beckett Seneca, Matt Coronado, and Leo Carlson all have assists in back-to-back games and 3 of their last 5, all at plus money. Here, Jackson Lacombe assist, 3 of his last 5, plus 110. So, surprisingly, a Calgary Flames game, and there are a bunch of players on streaks and a bunch of plus money props. There's so much you could do in this game. But having said that, I don't have any plays. I can't go too crazy, especially with baseball back. 5 plays. I get 5 props here for me in the NHL today. That's it. Can't go too crazy here. Madness. Okay, that's enough of that, Charlie. And that's enough of that. To everybody, let's keep this to hockey. We're here to talk hockey, and that's it. I don't want to hear anything else other than hockey. First warning, and then I'll click the ban button. I'll click the ban button if I have to. Ducks team total over 3.5 plus 100. I like it. Macklin has 4 goals in 4 games versus St. Louis. By the way, no Robert Thomas tonight. Okay, that does hurt St. Louis. That does. Troy Terry, Carlson point parlay. Not bad looks at all. Not bad looks. Broberg off 2 games with assists, minutes up. Power play 1, 5-0 for assists versus Rod and defensive teams, plus 150. All right, I like it, Terry Ray. Nice JD. I have Sharks money line. Okay. I love taking the Sharks as dogs. Yeah, they're just in a rough go right now. That's all. Flames, Ducks sounds like an over 6.5. Normally I would say no with the Flames, but right now they're scoring some goals. Hockey all day, baby. Exactly, Captain Brian. Exactly. Coronado, 3+ shots on goal. 14 of his last 20 games. Minus 105. All right, I like it. But rest of the games on the slate segment, of course, with these huge games, huge slates, some games get saved for the end. The first one that I skipped, the only early game that I skipped, the Chicago Blackhawks and the Philadelphia Flyers. I almost said Phillies. Philadelphia 4-2 in the last 6 meetings between the two teams. 1 over, 3 unders, and 1 push for a total of 6 in recent meetings between the two teams. Philadelphia is kind of hanging around in the playoff race. 5 points behind Ottawa for the last spot. Of course, they would have to pass Detroit and the Islanders. 1 game in hand over Ottawa. So the Flyers need to string some more wins together for them to have any playoff hopes. And they're facing the Blackhawks, and the Flyers are at home. So this is a must-win for the Flyers. If they want to have any hopes of getting to the playoffs, Philadelphia at minus 170, no value here. This one, players on streaks, not a whole lot. Anyone really consistent? No. Guys with 3 of their last 5, but not a whole lot of consistency here. In this one, Colorado and Winnipeg. Winnipeg 4-2 in the last 6 meetings. 5 of the last 6 going under 5.5. A lot of low-scoring games between Colorado and Winnipeg, including both meetings this year. The home team has won both games. Colorado winning 3-2, Winnipeg winning 3-1. Both of these teams have been going to overtime recently. Colorado 2 of their last 5. Winnipeg 3 of their last 5. Both teams kind of trending towards the under. Winnipeg's kind of been up and down. It's kind of hard to tell. I would kind of lean with the under here in this one. Let's see here. Guys on streaks. Point-wise, it's value. Martin HS over 1.5 points, plus 165. But again, I kind of lean with the under, so it'd stay away there. Jets players, of course, have value. Gabriel Velarde, Cole Perfetti, Josh Morrissey, all have points in back-to-back games and 3 of their last 5, all at plus money. Here, and assist streaks, Velarde, Connor, 3 of their last 5 back-to-back games, minus 110, plus 203. Here in this one. Washington and Utah. The road team is 7-1 in the last 8 games between the two teams, obviously going back to when Utah was Arizona as well. So for some reason, a really big road history between these two teams. And then 3 of the last 4 between the teams going over 6.5. The one game that stayed under was the first game this year. A 3-2 win for Utah. The Capitals are an under team right now. 3-2, 4-1, 2-1, 3-2, 3-0. I can't take an over with them. Utah, 6-3, 4-0, 4-1, 4-3, 5-2. So Utah is much more of an over team, but I can't take an over here in this spot between these two teams. Edmonton at Vegas. Edmonton 8-1 in the last 9 meetings, including recent playoff games. 2 overs, 2 unders for a total of 6.5 in recent games. Neither team is playing all that well right now, especially the Vegas Golden Knights. They've already lost both games to Edmonton this year. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They've been shut out in back-to-back home games. And in 4 of their last 5 games, they've scored 1 or 0 goals. You're going to have trouble against the Edmonton Oilers if you're going to score 1 goal or 0 goals. You're going to have a lot of trouble against Edmonton if you do that. So it would be Edmonton or pass here for me in this one. Point streaks with value. Ivan Barbashev, 3 games in a row, shockingly, with a point, plus 116, the way Vegas is playing. Assist streaks, Bouchard, but no value there. Matthias Ekholm, 3 of 5, plus 177. And then the final game of the night, LA Kings and the Vancouver Canucks. LA 7-1-2 in the last 10 meetings. Back-to-back games going to overtime. 2 unders, 2 pushes for a total of 6 in recent meetings. Looking at guys on streaks here, Alex Laferriere, points in 4 of his last 5, minus 115. Quinton Byfield, 4 of his last 5, minus 125. Brock Besser and Marco Rossi, points in 4 of their last 5, minus 105. Definitely value, and there's other guys, points in 3 of their last 5 games as well that are on streaks. Goal streaks, Quinton Byfield, back-to-back games, 3 of his last 5, plus 230, and Artemi Panarin, 3 of his last 5 games, plus 151, with a goal here in this one. Quickly go into the chat here. Let's see here. Okay, some people just do not listen at all, but that's okay. Seneca assist plus 180, has 1 in 3 last 3 games. All right, I like it. Oilers money line plus 120, over 6.5, minus 108. Not a bad look. The over scares me a little bit, but hey, if Vegas is looking to get their offense going, Edmonton could be a good team to maybe score a little bit. Jets 4-1-2 last 7, need every point. Playoff hockey, 7 of the last Jets 8 games are against Western opponents and have gone under. All right, I like it. Frondell point plus 100, under 5.5. All right, Nate just 1 goal. Hey, best of luck. Good job, Terry. Keep it to hockey. Keep up the great work, buddy. Thank you, Gumsy. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a hockey-only show. No politics talk here at all. Uyghur, 2+ shots on goal. 5 of the last 7, 4 of the last 5 at home, and 5 straight versus Washington. Minus 125. All right. Krause, point, plus 115. McDavid, anytime goal, plus 135. Moore, 3+ shots on goal. Covered in 8 of the last 10, 11 of the last 13. 6 of the 7 on the road, 3 of the 5 versus Vancouver. Shot attempts up, Vancouver. Number 28, shots on goal versus forwards. I love it, Terry Ray, but I'm not going to tell you because we've talked about my shots on goal luck. So I wish you luck, but I won't tell you. Another Pacific Division matchup. Yeah, Pacific Division has been really, really bad. Really, really bad. Plus 150 for Panarin. Anytime goal. Let's go Wild. I like to hear it, Robert. But that's today's show. Thank you everyone for watching. Best of luck on today's slate. 2 games tomorrow. No NHL show tomorrow. I probably won't. I probably will have 1 play in the NHL tomorrow, if that. So not going to do a show. My only play is going to be a premium play. And I don't want to do a show for you guys where I don't have any plays. I just don't want to. So no NHL show tomorrow. There will be a baseball show, though, tomorrow or later on tonight. But thank you guys for watching. Great show. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Best luck to everyone tonight. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode. Picks on Net. We'll see you guys on tomorrow for another episode of Prop Hitters. But next hockey show will likely be Friday night. So Stay tuned to the schedule. Turn on the notifications, whatever YouTube channel you're watching the show on. Schedule can be a little wonky here with baseball and hockey going forward. But thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you on the next one.